So first of all, we should go over some housekeeping rules. First of all, I will ask all of you to mute your mics so we can all present well and nobody is distracted. Also, there will be a dedicated time for questions and answers after each presenter, but also feel free to write any of your questions in the chat and we will try to answer them as well. So even, for example, Gatis presented and maybe you have a question for him later, you can still add it in the chat and he will try to answer for you. And same for all the other presenters. This session will be recorded and you will receive the slides and the recording via email. So everybody who agreed to receive our communication will get this information. And one more point is this is just a quick overview of what is new in Schneider Electric Baltics in 2021. And we actually want you to just see a quick summary. And then if you're interested in any of the topics, you can ask your Schneider Electric contact to give you a more extended presentation on the topic in your local language. And we will go to Gatis.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Gatis. I'm product manager for Schneider Electric already more than 25 years, responsible for product development, home and distribution. But today my topic is smart monitoring and servers applications. It can be really short. Just short reminder why we go in such directions, why we talking about monitoring and application monitoring and applications. It's first of all, as you remember, we are launching PowerTag some years ago, and that is the first step what we can do. It's perfect, nice product, very small and smallest at the moment wireless detector in the world, which have such nice features and nice things what can be get out from this product. And as you remember, one of the major topic it is energy savings, and what is more important for everything today. And when we're talking about energy savings, what is important for us? It is first of all to measure, to have a basics, and then take actions. And actions can be different. It can be we can change the devices, we can act differently, and we made those savings. But to see the results, we need some place where that is recorded. And the best one, it can be monitoring direct lines which are connected through the protected devices, MCBs, RCBs, and whatever else. And applications can help us to monitor and analyze the situation and help us to act when we really start to use more energy when it's not necessary. And second one, it is peace of mind. It is notifications. For example, power lost, for example, simple things like energy consumption, it is going out of the limits and so on. And the third one, it is of course take some actions, what we can do it to save some, saving our money. Next one, just reminder for PowerTags, it's assortment, as you remember. We have those direct click-in PowerTags, which are for standard 63 amps MCBs, and one phase, two phase, three phase, and one phase and three phase. It is more common for our markets, which are very often used. Basic ones, and then second ones, it's which are launched is PowerTag Flex, which we can use in the applications where it is not possible to use the standard inlets for cables which we have for MCBs. And in this case, it is possible to use in any place in any way where it is electricity and wires. And generally, it is possible to monitor everything. And some new things which are comes to our plate. It's power tags for NS6. I think that is already almost 1 year old, but that helps us to monitor all the feeders in the bigger enclosures and other things. And it's up to 630 amps, as you see, for 250 and 630 amps. That means we have a quite powering tools which can monitoring the stuff. And something new in the power tag family, and we have more and more new products are coming in this area. But one thing it is what is important, it is power tag control devices. What is the difference? The main difference for power tag control devices, it is following. It allows us not only monitor, but in same time control something. What does that mean, control? It means you, through your applications, you can switch on off wirelessly, but switching on off wirelessly safe. What that means? It means you can switch on off and be sure that it really work. Because as you know, when we can do it something with distance, it is very hard to be sure this device are working or not. But in this case, this device, you will send the telegram or command to certain devices to switching on off something, and then you get feedback that is done or not. And that helps you to do both things. It is in same time it is control device, and at the same time it is monitoring device. But helps you to see what happens in the field. Then to real applications and solutions, what we can offer. As you remember, maybe this picture some in the first power tag presentations, but now we are talking about part of visor energy application and small business energy application. And this one, when we're talking about medium and large buildings, it is more enhanced. I think we have a presentation already, some webinars separately when we're talking about these big applications, how we're monitoring in master devices and so on. But for small devices and small applications, very welcome it is to use simple free of charge applications, and those devices are concentrators. For small business, what we can offer for small business? For small business, we can offer a concentrator, which can allow us to monitor and compare certain information. As you see, you can measure energy, active energy, power total. And what is nice in this cloud application, it's comparison with certain period and notification about exceeded your power, and very good monitoring overview, or simple way, very simply to use and very simply to set up. How we can do it that in enclosures, as we remember, it's main things what we have it's enclosure. Enclosure can be equipped with some MCBs as usual, but as addition, normally it is power tags, and only one difference, it is concentrator, which we have in our enclosure. That is one thing, and concentrator can be connected to the network, and Ethernet network, which helps us to be in cloud, and then you can control it through your wireless system. That is basic principles. And what is new from Schneider Electric at the moment? That is new concentrators. We have two types. One it is for visor energy. Second one it is for small business EcoStruxure small business application. And what is third one? It's new thing. It is specific solution. It is application for installers. It's a setup. which are helps installers to set up. That means installers not need any additional like PC or some software, etc. things. They just need application for setting up Schneider devices and applications in certain enclosures. They can come close to enclosure. They're switching on this application, setting up certain devices, configure, put web or account for end user. They put account of end user because end user need to somehow to get access for those data which can be available, and that's it. And principles, it is really very simple and easy to applicable, especially for installers and for some small applications. It is not so good for big applications when you have a lot of those power tags, because the controlling and view of them, it can be difficult. But as we know, in our area, there is a lot of applications where it is 20, like 10, 15 power tags, and you can change to one to other place and setting up according need of customer. And that helps us to monitoring and see much more better view on our installation and make some very good solutions on energy savings. That's it from my side in short view. Questions, answers, welcome.
And also we added a question for you guys that you can try to answer, and the first person who answers it correctly will win a prize. So from Gatis presentation.
We ask the question now, or we can do that at the end, Sharuna?
I already added it to the chat.
Ah, okay, perfect. Good, done.
Okay, so now I will take over. So hello everybody, my name is Laura Silinas. I am product manager for industrial automation. And today, shortly, I will present topic Harmony XB4, XB5 now become wireless. So yes, from now, each standard tower Harmony XB4, XB5 actuator can become wireless and batteryless. Yes, that means you don't need any wiring to have control signal, to have wireless control signal. Sorry. So how it can be used? So we can have standard actuator, that means push button switch where standard heads, and we can have standard wireless actuator using this new transmitter, new module. Very soon we will have possibility to have like visual feedback. So as Gatis was mentioned, that sometimes people don't see is the signal went through and you switching on something. So you will have visual feedback on the push button with the LED. Also, if you have already have installation with the wiring and you need to monitor this signals or to let's say improve some functionality or to extend functionality, you can add this model to any existing actuator, and also in parallel to have wireless signal. Also, it can be attached or added to emergency stop buttons, mushrooms, but of course it's not certified to work as safety control. Is just to monitor and to know which safety device was activated. So we will have, actually we already have these two new transmitters. Next quarter, very soon, we will have this battery-powered visual feedback. I will speak more shortly. Also, we have 3-type standard receivers. It depends what kind of supply you have in enclosure, and also what type of output signals you need, so you can select. And also we will have commissioning module in next quarter. Besides separate components, we will have complete push buttons, standard push buttons, standard receivers, and also complete packs. That means button and receiver in one box. Plus accessories, different type of antennas to extend signal, extend the distance. So how does it work? So when you have push button, let's say, or switch, so new transmitter, it converts mechanical energy to electrical energy and send the signal to receiver. And receiver then activates the output. Simple as that. With the new feedback model, we will have additional functionality. So when you're pressing the push button, you will get feedback from receiver that this signal went correctly and was accepted by receiver, and you will see visually like light blink. So this module will be with battery, so you don't need any wiring in this case also. But I mean, this module is designed to work for a very long time, so it's about 10 years or 50,000 cycles. And actually inside the standard battery, so after this period, so you can change this battery, so actually it's no limits. And what kind of application configuration we can have? We can have one receiver with one or several transmitters, so it means different push buttons or switches. Also, we can have multiply receivers. So it means we can have different places where need to send the command also from different places and in different variations. So you can send signal to one receiver, or from one transmitter you can send signal to several receivers. Also, we can have one receiver with 32 up to 32 channels, so it means different also push buttons or different harmony devices. And besides standard, we have so-called Harmony Hub. Harmony Hub supports up to 60 channels. And you can send wireless signal from different devices, not only Harmony push buttons, but also, you know, we have limit switches with same technology. Also, as Gatis was mentioning, power tags, temperature measurement, wireless temperature measurement. So it can be connected to one Harmony Hub, and then using communication transferred to PLC or some cloud application or whatever. And of course, wireless solution help us a lot. It helps us in savings, cost savings in installation, also time savings. Also, you can use it very unusual way or flexible way, because you can have like local control, just put on some, I don't know, wall or somewhere where usually, let's say, or standard way, it's very hard to have wireless and also installation cost. You can reduce a lot. So that's all from my side. If you have any questions, please use chat and we will provide the answers. Thank you.
And if you don't have any questions, then we also have a question for you from Lauris, which you can find in the chat. And you can get a chance to win some prizes. And Lauris, you have a question.
Okay, so I will write.
Okay. Then let's get the microphone to Martin.
Yeah, am I good to go?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. For next 10 minutes, we will talk about micro data centers. And in these 10 minutes, you will learn why micro data centers are necessary for industrial environment. And what are the most effective solutions for that? My name is Martins, and I'm a product manager at Schneider Electric Latvia. And my responsibilities are UPS and data center infrastructure solutions. So for introduction, let me explain you why Schneider Electric is talking about micro data centers for industry, because typically when we hear the word data center, it is associated with the cloud. So let's have a look at this simplified data center architecture diagram. Because of the digitization or digital transformation, we see that companies use more and more this hybrid IT architecture. For example, not long ago, companies were using only central core data centers to run their processes and applications, such as sales, HR, legal operations, and any other applications. Some very large companies, for example, like banks, could have a regional data center in connection with that core data center. But today, hybrid data center infrastructure is being used by large and small companies. So, for example, applications like CRM, you run on a core data center, but you have your local applications like ERP to be operated on your local data centers. And as the industry is deploying more new technologies to automate processes, it's driving applications more to the local edge or those small local data centers. For example, applications like facial recognition or any other video-based applications, right? They generate tons of data, and it does not really make sense to send such amount of data to the central or core data center for processing. That would cause just latency and bandwidth issues. So what we see is that IT equipment is actually being placed closer to the data generation source, meaning IT equipment is placed at those production sites on the factory floor, next to the machines, in warehouses, basically in those ruggedized, uncontrolled environment places. And this is why it's important to have a good infrastructure for your IT equipment, such as micro data center. And in Schneider, we don't specialize in large or small data centers. We specialize in physical infrastructure for all data centers. Yeah. So when we look at those industrial local edge applications, how they will be deployed, typically they will be low density with less than 2 kilowatt IT load. It will be a combination of IT equipment, such as network, computer, storage, and some OT equipment or operational technology equipment, such as panel boards or PLCs. And one of the biggest challenges when using IT equipment in industrial environment, these environments does not have a climate control. They are less secure, meaning there is no restrictions for unauthorized personnel to access your IT gear. These can be dusty areas that might have temperature and humidity challenges. So what I'm saying is that in these setups, you might need a secure enclosure with a certain IP rating. Otherwise, dust, humidity, and water can damage your electronic components or IT gear. With micro data centers, overall goal is to support our customers and to have them save money. So we want to save them time and money. So we want to make sure to deliver them solutions that are configured correctly, and we want to deliver this in weeks, not in months. So if you typically look at IT space, for example, first you need to build a room, then you get an electrician and plumbing to the room, and only then you can bring in the IT equipment. As with micro data centers, you are able to have those integrated and shipped to the site, and you don't need any separate room built for that. With this approach, we are overall saving money, and that goes into building that traditional server room, as we don't need to do that with micro data center. They are designed and built for those harsh environments, so they can be placed on factory floors, being those dustier, more open environments. And as for simplification, since IT enclosures are typically located in some remote areas where there is no dedicated IT personnel, we can equip micro data center with our cloud-based management software. So it really makes it simple for customers to remotely monitor what's happening in their IT data center. So here is a full portfolio of our series or ruggedized environment micro data centers, which we are releasing in May this year. We have enclosures with IP54 rating, dedicated for harsh indoor environments. We have different height, different depths and width available. If you look from the left side, then we have a 16U wall mount enclosure with a swing rack in it, 24U single size rack, and 42U and 42U wide. So you can basically have 600 millimeters and 800 millimeters wide rack. And then you have two different depth options, which is 800 and 1000 millimeter options. And also as part of this data center series, we have a smart bunker, which is that black box on the right of your screens, which is also a micro data center dedicated for harsh environments. But with this data center, we can put more higher density IT gear in it, and it can support 4 to 8 kilowatts of IT load. But there is no IP rating on this particular enclosure. So this slide is showing you internal view of enclosure and what could be configured. It's enclosure with 19-inch rails mounted in it on those sides, so for the IT equipment. On the bottom, to support clean and uninterrupted power to your equipment, we have pre-integrated UPS. Inside the rack, we also have a heater to support temperature inside the rack in case outside temperature is too low, and to eliminate condensation that could cause damage to your electronic components. In the middle, you can see there is a shelf which can be used to place operational OT equipment. In this scenario, there is like a white box, which is actually EcoStruxure gateway placed on it, which allows us to connect to EcoStruxure IT cloud-based software, and customer can then remotely monitor micro data center and assets inside it. For this, also we got fan-assisted ventilation with fans at the back of the rack and the vents in front to provide that air draw-through approach. Fan-assisted ventilation is the cooling option that we have for this solution. We don't have active cooling here. And with this ventilation, we can cool up to 2 kilowatts of IT load, which is basically a target for these applications. If you look on the top, we got the NetBot's environmental monitoring solution, which allows us to add door contacts. We want to have those door contacts so manager gets alerts if anybody opens the door. We also got the ability to do that with video camera. So we can identify if somebody is getting into the cabinet, and we as well can get an image of that person. So basically, with this micro data center, we got IP54 rating in intrusion detection, security cameras, UPS, ventilation, and we even have a horizontal power distribution placed in it. As for configuration, we can configure and supply these cabinets in different configurations. So for customers that are looking for some simple solution, we go just with a basic version with a rack, UPS, fans, and ventilation. For maybe more advanced setup, you can add those PDUs and door contacts. So that would be on top of those basic features. And if customer wants really like a performance micro data centers, then we can add on top cameras, leak sensors, smoke detectors, and those EcoStruxure IT expert software. So when you look at the opportunities, if you or your customer is looking for indoor application for a micro data center or to place an IT gear in indoors, if the environment is dusty or moisture prone, if it requires IP54 rating or it's some unsecured location, and if the IT load is below 2 kilowatts, then yes, you are good to go. You can contact your Schneider representative and ask for a quote for this sort of a micro data center. And with this series, our series, actually, Schneider Electric is finalizing their micro data center offer for various environments. So today on the left, on the left side, our series, this is what we talked about. It's for those factory floor, industrialized warehouses and manufacturing plants. We also got a C series micro data centers, which is more for commercial and office environments. It's like in the middle, if you can see, it looks like a furniture. So if you would place such a micro data center in the office, maybe nobody would even know that it's a data center in the corner. And we have an S series micro data centers, which are those standard, which is for those standard IT environments, such as server rooms, wiring closets, or any other applications. Yep. So from my side, that's it. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or post it in the chat, and then we'll try to reply. Yep. Thank you.
Is there any questions? If not, we also have us from after every presenter, we have a question for the audience from Martin's presentation, and you can try and answer and win a prize. And then it's time for Thomas.
So, hello everyone. It's my time. I'm Tomas Bakanas. I'm offer manager in the Baltic countries, and my area electrical distribution, digital electrical distribution, and motor management. And today topic it will be direct motor control news. So it's about contactors news and tools. One tool how to easy to choose and select our products. Okay, so new product is called Thesis D green, and it's if you compare to our existing offer with Thesis D range, we have all the good range, many years already in the market, and still continue. So it's from 9 amps till 150 amps, and we have like in 5 types. Yes. This new range is the green, so it's electronically controlled coil, and we have only till 80 amps and only 3 sizes. So till 80 amps, till 588, and till 80 amps. So it's we reduced the sizes significantly. And the main advantages, of course, I will show later, but it's till 80 amps we can directly control this PLC all these new contactors. This is the green. So going to next slide. It's about values. What is this product? So like I said, it's a product like the standard product, our Thesis there, but with electronically controlled coil. And what it gives to customers, to you, to your customers, advantages. Of course, first one, it's up to 80% less energy consumption compared with traditionally mechanically controlled coil. So we reducing benefits. We're reducing the consumption of the contactor itself, and contactors are robust equipment, and we can work with many years, so it can pay back part of the price during the years. Yes, and it's also with the game advantages. If you go to the last, it's less heat dissipation. We consuming less energy, and we dissipating less heating in the cabinet. So also we can save on the cooling of equipment. Only for references, highest currents in small and size. So and direct control with PLC input output mode is a very high advantage, because usually if PLC to switch contactor on and off, you need intermediate relay, which is of course costs additional money and labor costs, but also it's reliability, because each additional components, it's the risk of failure. Yes, if you're reducing the components amount, we're reducing the risk of failure. So because that in the industry, it could be dusty environment, could be moisture and everything. So it's the intermediate relays also have risks. So we're reducing the risks, and we can control and then space in the cabinet. Also advantages because of this contactor have a wide range of voltages. So it's mainly from 24 volts to 400 volts, and it's the same like model have DC and AC control, and this is gives the resistance to the voltage fluctuation. So in the industry, it's always sometimes, or very usually happens when it's some voltage from the network shortage, very small, and all contactors are switched off, yes, in the lines. And so in this case, we need to restart all equipment to positions. If here these contactors are very robust, and with standard like semi IF 47 conformity, so it's the resistance of voltage surges from the network. So it's a higher resistance. So it's mean that with these contactors, your equipment will work more robust on voltage fluctuation. So it's very, in industry, it's very important things, because it's very often happens voltage spikes. Okay, 50% less energy dissipating, I'll already talk. Okay, so all this a lot of advantages, and now we're going to how to get this product. Yes, so for example, now if you believe it is good products, you would like to order. Oh, what is happens? Sorry. Yes, I'm going to the beginning. So how to choose this product? Yes, so we have tools, web-based tools, where you can easy select. It's with the link I will share later, how to easily select all our motor management products, and I will show now example how to select this is the green. So I will share my screen. And so I prepared the slides, so there's the link I will after my presentation I will show. So in our Schneider Electric website, we have EcoStruxure motor configurator. So here you can easy select and choose our products, speed drives of starters, direct motor starters, and this size one. So okay, topic today direct starters. So we just push on this. We just wait a few seconds and just we choose our voltage in our region, and we deciding like very simple. We need like 15 kilowatts. We have motor. Okay, we're choosing 15 kilowatt motor. And the system already chose the two products: motor circuit breakers and contactors. So here are some options how to choose. Yes, so it's coordination times. It's many years we're talking about coordination time. If it's you still don't know what is it, it's help here. You can push and it's explanation what is it. Of course, it's explain what it's coordination tool are much better. So okay, we always offer for our customers best products, so best coordination. So we choose coordination type 2, and it's now it's options: direct online, coil type, yes, standard, and AC/DC electronics. So this is our product. This is the green. So we just push, and we already have reference of our this is the green. Coil voltage. So we just choose it's free options. So now markets are 24 volts or 230 volts. So we choose one and we push continue. Now we need to choose some accessories, and one main accessories which is also we recommend to choose is energy measurement. Okay, we can add that energy measurement to our contactors, to our motor circuit breakers, and if you choose, you see what it's the products which was my colleague Gatis already presented. It's PowerTag. So it's PowerTag. It's universal products. It could be useful in industry, in distribution, not only connect to circuit breakers, also to contactors. So we choose the and the PowerTag. It's also a reference. We have only one option, PowerTag Flex, because it's connected to the contactors, and we push add to configuration. So we push the continue, and we already have our list of our products. If you will see, we have motor circuit breakers, we have a contactor, and we have an accessory with our PowerTag for the streets will be connected to a motor circuit breaker. So what we can next step, we can just we can register, or we just can put on the export bill of material, and we will have generated Excel file. So what's it? And we can save, download on your computer and open, and then you will have very easy way of bill of materials with references where you can just copy and to search your price and to order from your partner or from Schneider Electric. Okay, so stop share the screen. I need to go back to our presentation, and it will be to the next step. We will go. There is questions. So I think Sharuna now will preparing the question for you. We will check if you listen us correctly.
Yes, I will post the question in the chat.
Yeah, the question is simple. How much less energy consumption that our new product is the green?
And I don't know if you saw the question in the chat, Thomas.
I see in the chat form, yes.
No, about SSD green being open for sale in the Baltics.
Not yet checked. I will answer. So if I want opening, of course, it's today's official launch day, so it's tomorrow. It will be in the Baltics. It will be available.
Okay, so put in your answers, and we will quickly announce the winners. And then we will go to the next topic, which is Schneider Electric tools and resources. And I am Sharuna Karmonaite, marketing coordinator, and we just work a lot on our tools and our website. So I wanted to show what things are available there and actually what tools and tips can help to actually get the answers much faster and simply choose the products quickly and without any delays, basically. So we're going to start by how to find a substitution. So there is a very nice substitution tool available in our local websites. And here I added the links, but simply you can go there by pressing help and then substitution tool. There you can upload one or a couple of codes that are end of life and get the appropriate new products, as you can see here at the bottom. It's constantly being updated, and at the moment we have around 60% of all end-of-life references updated with the relevant and actual information. If you want to take a closer look at some products, you can kind of try to spot this 360 degrees logo next to the pictures. It's actually available with a lot of series now. You can find it for most Altivar machine products, some new Unica sockets, Actinine is 60 series, Harmony, XB4, XB5, and a lot more. If you press this, you can take a look of the product from all sides. You can check the markings, all the wirings and everything. And we're also updating it all the time. And one of the products that were mentioned actually by Thomas and Lauris is the product selector tool. This is this nice blue button that you can look for under the series. And it's produktų parinkiklis in Lithuanian, produktų konfiguratorius in Latvian, and tėvalija in Estonian. And if you find it, it's a very easy tool that actually helps you auto-select some things. And the reason to actually use the local ones is because all of the references are then available to buy locally. And at the moment, we have many ranges that have product selectors from Altivar, a lot of Tessis controllers, motor starters up to 150 and more, Tessis soft starters, circuit breakers, Master Pact MTZ, Compact NS6, Harmony, and many more. And actually, we are updating them based on the most searched for ranges. So for example, if you're often going to the website and looking for, I don't know, some product, then it's a very high chance that this range is going to be the next one that will get a product selector. At the moment, the next one in our plans is Actinine in all 3 Baltic countries. And I will show you soon how it works. And if you're not sure exactly which product to choose, you don't necessarily need to download data sheets of each product to compare them. You can simply select this small box here and compare them as a normal kind of e-commerce site, and it shows you all of the details and you can filter out the differences. So now, before I show you the demo, actually, I have a task for you. I want you to find what codes replaced this code, RUZ1A. And I will post this question in the chat, and the first one to get it right will get a prize. So, good luck. You can find all of the events in the main page under quick links right here. Or you can go to About Us, click Events, and then you will see all of the available events and everything that's upcoming. We're going to have half a year of webinars upcoming, and watch all of the recordings of previous webinars. This webinar will also be uploaded in here. Now we're going to try to do substitution. We're going to go to Help and then Substitution tool. And here you can enter all of your events, sorry, not events, all of your references. You can add a few. And when you search, you can see already 2 references that can replace. We choose one of them. and it is the product we want. So we add it to my products. And now I'm looking for actinine reference. I know exactly what I want, so I'm putting it straight into the search button. And I see the 360 selection. After I press the picture, I can see all of the markings, I can see wirings, and after checking that this is exactly what I want, I add this product as well to my products by clicking the star button, and underneath I can see all of the related products that either people are buying or are useful with this product. I see communication, power tag, which is great for me, so I'm also adding it there. And now I'm gonna try and find harmony buttons. I choose the metal buttons, and I can choose them by filtering out the color and everything. And I can see there's a lot of red buttons, so I'm gonna compare them by pressing this box here and then the yellow triangle underneath, and it helps me to see. I can compare up to 4 products. And you can see there's a lot of information. I can press filter the differences, and it will bring all of the differences to the top. So I see which one I like the most. I add it to my products. And then we will simply see a different way to choose it. It's by using product selectors. So I'm going to go again to this series, and underneath I see this nice blue button. I press, and here I can select exactly what kind of button do I need, all of the characteristics. You can see at the top it stays red, so it means that I still need to choose something. It doesn't allow me to save configuration before. And I have to click everything. It automatically shows me the selection and possible auxiliaries. And I see I want one of those, so I add it to the cart. And then this product is there. I'm going to show you now the second version of using the product selector. You press Help, Product Selector tool, and here you can find all of the product selectors currently available on the site. Okay, now we go to My Products. And here you can see all of the products I added to the cart, the configuration and separate products. I can update the quantities here, and I can now simply export this file as an Excel or a PDF. If I export it as an Excel, then I can see the product descriptions, quantities, and references, and it's all editable, and you can use this already to send a quotation to our customer care center. And a PDF is just a nicer version. You can see the pictures and the descriptions. However, it's not editable. And that is it. So it's a very quick rundown through our website, and it always has some more things to be added there. So I just want you to check it out and use the local versions, because it's always getting better, and you can get more relevant information that is actually available in the Baltics, and you might get the answer even in the same minute. And then if you actually want to do any of this, wherever you go, you can either scan this QR code or write in the Play Store or Apple Store My Schneider and download the app. And in this app, don't forget to choose your own country, because then you can see exactly the same information as I just showed in this demo. And of course, as I mentioned before, don't forget to say yes when registering to any of our events, because then we can send you all the material after the events, and we will be able to invite you to all the upcoming seminars and trainings, etc. And actually, about upcoming events, I showed you in the demo that you can go on the desktop, just not on the desktop, on sc.com and check the quick links, or go to About Us and events, or scan this QR code. So I hope it was interesting. And do you have any questions? And we will contact the winners really, really soon. And don't forget to actually contact your Schneider contact about any of the topics that were interesting to you. So if you want to have Lauras present his topic in a more extended way, or Martin's, or Gatis, or Thomas, or me, so just contact anyone and we will help you. Thank you.